Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is ever producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Sweet Home Chicago, Chicago Blackhawks 2025-2026 season, part 7. Jeff, we're off and running. We are currently 33-12-2 in January, so you're leading us towards the trade deadline. What's your plan?
Well, I think we're buyers at the deadline, I guess. And just reviewing what we had
So,
done here, we were unexpectedly good in the first season with Chicago, mostly thanks to having Spencer Knight in goal for the full year. And then we picked up John Tavares and Brock Besser as free agents in the offseason, and we're doing pretty well now, which is good because the owner suddenly has super high expectations after, coming into this in rebuild mode.
to be
Uh,
fair, we did sign Tavares to a 1-year deal,
yeah,
but you
but
got us to sign Besser to a bigger deal.
yeah, we did also sign Cam Fowler as a free agent, who's been kind of
No, we
well,
did not. That's a lie.
or did we get him on? Was that waivers? That was waivers.
It was on waivers. Yes.
And we found out why he's on waivers after we got him. He's down to 2 stars, so he's getting near the end. Although he's done reasonably well for us. He's actually plus 30 in
Yeah.
46 games. So staying in the lineups. Uh, and Adam, great timing because we were gonna, our stream was supposed to begin just as the game one of the real final ended, unless it went into overtime.
Yep.
And what did it do?
Well, went into overtime.
Yep.
Cardinals fans showing up and go not Blackhawks. Wow, harsh.
Okay. Are there any contracts you've got left?
I think we signed most of the guys we cared about. Everyone else is kind of
Yeah, I don't think we're
shoulder
giving
shrug, shoulder shrug.
Foligno. I'm just going to see what Foligno and Tavares want. Oh, Foligno's willing to take a pay cut down to 3.4 million, but I'm still not sure he's worth that. Tavares would have to take a big one. Oh yeah, he wants 9 million for next year and a no movement clause.
You made me give him a no movement clause this year, which I didn't want to do.
Yeah, but now he wants 2.5 million more, and he'll be a year older. So,
Yeah.
not thinking we're going to do that. We can always let him go to free agency and then try to re-sign him then.
Yeah.
And as far as what we do at the trading deadline, what do you think we need? Defenseman?
I mean, it's going to be dependent on who's available more than anything else.
Yeah. And we
We
are
could
how far out from
We have
there?
some young guys coming on defense, but we could use like kind of a 3-4 defenseman right
Yeah.
now.
So basically, we're 2 months
And I
away from
mean,
that. I'm going to get started playing here. I took Vlasic out of the game. He's not quite healthy yet, and put in who did I put in? Kaiser? No, Brandstrom. Brandstrom.
we could use an upgrade on left wing too.
We get out of Calgary with a 2-1 overtime win. A pretty good game one for Oilers Panthers.
Did you say Oilers Flyers?
I was going to say Oilers Flames.
It sounded like Oilers Flyers. I'd be like, oh, that's an interesting combination there.
Oilers look pretty strong in the third.
Yeah, they look better than I thought they were going to be. That's for sure.
But it's going to be a close series again.
Which is not a shock.
And former Jet, former Canuck, Nate Schmidt with 2 assists in game one.
Yeah, he's been kind of on fire in these playoffs.
I mean, he's gone deep into the playoffs before with the Vegas and a couple of years with the Caps too.
Yeah, well, I have nothing but love for Nate Schmidt.
Okay, we got a bunch of stuff going on. Vlasic and Murphy both appear to be healthy. So, Vlasic goes back in for Brandstrom, and I think we can leave the rest for now.
Dang, Cardinals fan, that's just being mean. I vote you do whatever you want to make your team worse.
I'm still doing the thing where I'm switching to the wrong screen to set the goalie. Months after we changed
It's only
that.
been a few months.
Soderblom getting the start against Vegas, and we get another one-goal win, 5-4 this time. And Knight has been doing still pretty well this season. Not quite as... I think he's lost about 10 points off his save percentage. Not quite as dominant as he was last year, but oops.
He's dragging us forward.
Did I crash us here? Or no, I think it's just... There we go. And Bobrovsky plays in his 800th game. Oh, that's funny, both Bobrovsky and McDavid both get mentioned. And now it's Krasinski that's hurt day-to-day, so Brandstrom gets another game.
I think that Brandstrom extension you signed is going to be worse for us. We should probably look at moving him at the trade deadline.
Yeah, possibility. Yeah, see if we can keep rolling. Ooh, 5-1 loss to Boston. That's not great. And back-to-back, I'll give... I think the backup another start after in the second half of the back-to-back games, and because as usual you're overplaying the starter.
Don't blame me.
You overplay the starters and underplay the first line. Which reminds me I need to change the ice times back to something sensible.
It is sensible.
18 minutes.
Oh, come on. The special teams is what decides it. You're crazy.
Just a couple extra minutes. They're your best players. Why don't you want them playing more?
Because I don't want them hurt, and I want them rested and ready for the playoffs.
But somehow that doesn't apply to the goalie. And it's a 5-4 win over the Flyers. So not a great outing for Soderblom, but we get the 2 points. And are we in? No, we're second overall behind the Flyers. And one thing we've done that seems to be working out really well is having Connor Bedard shoot more.
Yes.
Instead of having him be the playmaker on the first line, we've trying to get him to be the goal scorer. He's actually leading the league in scoring or goals right now, top 10 in scoring. And Florida next, Kaczynski still not quite ready to come back. No, don't really want to change anybody on the lower lines. And Knight has cooled off again. And
Almost
this time it's an overtime loss.
Sitting him on the bench. Didn't do him much good.
But he'll be rested for the playoffs.
Going cold into the playoffs. That'll be perfect.
You just have to manage what games he gets down the stretch. Just give him the easy ones. Although we're going to be in a fight for first, it looks like, because Colorado's only a point back of us.
Well, what do you think about the Brock Nelson signing today, Jeff?
Didn't see it. How much did you sign for?
3 years at 7.5 per year
It's actually pretty good.
for a 33-year-old centerman.
It's not like he's been unproductive lately.
I think it's a little bit of a high pay there.
Couple of trades, nothing too big. Is Korchinski back? Korchinski's still not back. Slow healing ribs, apparently. Gonna give the backup the first game against Nashville, and then start night in the second one.
I'll ask you this, Jeff. Have you ever broken your ribs or cracked your ribs?
I have not. Have you?
Yes.
Painful, I take it?
Multiple times, including once playing hockey.
You need to drink more milk.
I got hit on the boards in front of or took a hit on the boards right in front of the bench, and that cracked my ribs.
Oh, so
And
like over top of them?
yeah. I played 2 games about a week, or played what it happened first shift of the game. That happened. I played through the full game with basically one arm right against my body to give enough pressure so I could breathe. And then we didn't have another game for a week, and I played the next one. And as soon as I thought I was fine. As soon as I skated on the ice, I went, this was a huge mistake. This was a huge mistake.
Yeah. I was relatively injury-free when I played as a kid. Worst thing I ever did was hyperextend my knee once. That wasn't even in a game. That was practice.
Tore my ACL playing hockey.
And probably a few minor concussions, but it was the 80s, so those didn't happen.
Wait, you wearing a helmet then?
Sure. I actually managed to, I hit the board so hard once that head first that I sheared off like one of the screws that attaches the pieces of the helmet to each other.
Is that a Jofa special?
No, never had a Jofa one. I had can't remember what I had. CCM?
Could be.
Okay, Brandstrom out, and Korchinski's ribs are okay now.
I don't remember what I had. I definitely had CCMs. I think my last one was a Bauer.
And 4-1 win over Dallas. It's better. We actually had one guy on the team. The goalie had you remember the old Stan Mikita helmets?
Yes.
The sort of circular thing that was probably incredibly ineffective at actually protecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one guy wearing one of those.
No, I mean, wasn't that the same kind of helmet that Born Solomon wore too?
No, he didn't
That's
have one of
kinda
those. It's
I thought he did at the start of his career.
maybe at the very start, but no, he had a normal one by the end.
I know he was a Jofa guy by the end.
Yeah, another 1-goal win. We're getting a lot of those. 5-4 this time over the Rangers, and Korchinski now he's back as the first star. And we are on top of the league again, and 3 points up now over Colorado in the division. Oh, did we have any Team Harmony stuff going on?
We did.
Still in January, so...
But it's all dealing with a cap. Oh, we do have a big click.
Oh, yeah,
click,
that
click.
just happened at the end of the last stream, didn't it?
Yeah.
Can I do anything about it yet? Nope. A couple of days.
Although we might need to move out Joe Veleno.
Why? Just because he... well, he's in one of the conflicts and isn't quick. Yeah. And 5-3 win, 2-goal win for once over Ottawa. I'll take a look at the trading block in a minute and see if there's anybody decent up there yet. Still a little far away from the deadline. We'll get more guys getting added onto it as we get closer.
I mean, there was a decent amount of guys on it when we started the stream.
Was there?
Neckis, Kyle Connor, Verhage, Hagel, Gunsel.
One of our prospects, AJ Spelsey, broke his ankle in what will probably be his last junior year. So that may be the end of junior for him because he's probably coming up next season. So, trading block. Oh yeah, it's actually surprisingly full. Evan Bouchard. That's tempting. This is going to, yeah, wow, that's unusually well populated for this time of year. So you may be able to do something here, but it's going to be expensive. And I'm seeing a few guys. I could bring Seth Jones back. But Pareko, Jamie Alexiak, yeah, quite a few guys in the 2.5 to 3 star range for defensemen, which is what we're probably going to be looking for. Oilers Panthers overtime start yet?
My phone hasn't buzzed, so I would assume it's probably started.
Oh yeah, it started. Halfway through the first, actually. Or halfway, yeah, first overtime. And we should be in February now. New development report, another good one for the prospects, looks like. And those on our roster, Loshinov, Kaiser. And nobody going down at all, just a bunch of the young guys going up. That's a good one to get. And Bedard, the number 4 selling jersey in the league. Knight at 11 and Besser at 16. And monthly budget, yeah, we got a lot of money, so might as well spend it. And deal with the Harmony stuff. We lost one of the conflicts, so let's see if we can get rid of the Click as well.
No, it's about time.
Click is down to 3, so we're getting there. And just taking a quick look at job security. Media relationship is neutral, so you may want to keep an eye on that. But everything else in pretty good shape. And against St. Louis, give Soderblom on the start. And gets a 5-2 win. And the media praises Soderblom. Okay, well, sure, we'll agree with that. Make the media happy. Did that actually move us up any? Still neutral. But getting a little bit of separation now. Colorado seems to have fallen off a bit. Jets are doing a little better, but they're still on the bubble for the playoffs. And the Pacific continues to be terrible.
Kyle Connor's been hurt, so.
Was he?
Yeah.
Huh?
He was hurt at the beginning of our stream.
And he's still out?
Torn hamstring, 1 to 2 months when we started at the beginning of January. So
here, 2 to 3 weeks. So he's getting close. And take a quick look at our team stats. Bedard obviously doing well. Donato continues to score. Besser, I think we're getting our money's worth out of him. Shunov having a breakout year. And Tavares doing well enough on the second line spot. Bertuzzi still doing pretty good. Vlasic, who lost the whole season last year, got injured in the last preseason game. Seems to have bounced back pretty well. Foligno not doing much, so probably his last year with us. And Nadeau doing decently well. So no major problems there. Goalies, pretty good numbers for both of them. Knight not as quite as dominant as last year, but Soderblom has picked up his game a bit. And we are about a month and a bit away from the trading deadline. Oilers looks like they're out shooting the Panthers in overtime so far, 6-3. And owner confidence update, still thinks we're a serious contender. So we got no choice but to try to get a little farther in the playoffs this year. 5-2 win over Carolina. Rolling right along. Bedard's up to number 6 in the league in points now. So Knight still hasn't heated up yet. I guess Soderblom the second half of this and loses 3-2 to the Devils. Would like Knight to get a little warmed up in these last 20 games.
Would be good.
But yeah, look at that train wreck of a Pacific Division. The Canucks are actually under 500 and they're in second place.
Well, I mean, that's going back to the 80s.
Yeah. The old Smythe.
That means they'll probably go on a run and end up in the Stanley Cup final.
That wouldn't be great because that would mean going by us. And Donato's out day to day, so Mikheyev will finally get some games.
Probably have him up on the trade block if he isn't.
4-3 overtime win. Oh, and as soon as I talk about Foligno, he gets a couple of points.
Excuse me.
Mikheyev actually had a decent game on the second line. You saying Donato on the trade block or Mikheyev?
Maybe both.
No, I think we got to hang on to Donato for this year.
What if we got some amazing offer for him? And then you robbed us of that.
Yeah, I think any amazing offer we get is probably going to have to be initiated by us. For somebody that's already on the trading block. And even then, I'm not sure if we want to move Donato. What is our draft picks? Can you check how many draft picks have we gotten this year and next year? I think we got extra picks.
We have 2 first-rounders, 3 second-rounders, a third, a fourth, and a sixth this year.
Okay, so we got lots of stuff to potentially move for a player.
We have a first next year, 2 seconds next year, a third, a fifth, sixth, seventh. So not a fourth rounder next year. Then we're back to normal.
And a big 7-1 win over San Jose. And Bedard with a 4-goal game. And that includes his 50th goal of the season. And 7 minutes left in the real life overtime. Panthers and Oilers. Oh, I forgot it was the Olympics. And in our case, that actually matters because we're coaching Team Canada, aren't we? So, are you ready to put this team together, Adam? Adam?
Sorry, I'm dealing with some coughing and I'm muting and unmuting myself as I continue to cough and try not to have them all in the stream.
Okay, so...
I mean...
Go ahead.
I think you start off with probably Binnington in that.
Well, basically...
Backed up by...
I mean, Skinner's the only guy at 4 stars.
Yeah, and I'm watching Stuart Skinner. He's got a 908 save percentage. What does the other guys have?
Binnington's 909, Montembeault 915, Logan Thompson 922, and Nathan Hill 920. How many goals do we have to take here?
Binnington for being better. And what's up Brossois at down there? A little ways.
.903 in the AHL. Okay, so I'm thinking Skinner, Binnington, Hill.
What's Mackenzie Blackwood at? What's Mackenzie Blackwood out there?
910. 3 stars only, though, so he's a little behind the others.
I'd take Binnington, Hill, and him.
I'm going to go Binnington, Hill, and Skinner. Okay, centers. Well, obviously we're taking Bedard. And McDavid and McKinnon are kind of no-brainers. What about this Scheifele guy? You know anything about him?
You mean Canada's 14th forward? I would definitely have him on the team.
Okay, good point. Strom. Left wing.
Get Crosby. Get Crosby on the team. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'll do this. Okay, looks like Sam Reinhart definitely has to go in. And Marner, regardless of what you think about him in big games. And Verhaeghe is the best left wing there. Now,
Point doing this year? How's Point doing this year?
56 points in 62 games. Okay, not fantastic.
Okay, just because he's on the page, and I'm curious, what's Gabe Vildari got?
You didn't notice that Lowry was the third-ranked guy?
I did, but
Well, Velarde,
I'm
45
also
points in 64 games. But I'm thinking we should take Hyman here.
it's Celebrini down there.
Oh. Ooh, he's not having a good year. In fact, he's... Oh, yeah, didn't he get traded in this? Wound up in Nashville, and that's apparently
Poor
derailed
guy.
him.
Well, that would derail me too.
Uh, I can't see the stats.
Seth Jarvis probably coming.
Yeah, that makes sense. Put a young guy in. How many forwards is that? 3, 6, 9.
Oh, just do the defenseman first,
Yeah.
or are you doing forwards first?
No, do the defenseman. I'll go back. Okay, McCarr, obviously. And Bouchard and Theodore, too, I think.
Where's my boy?
What are you looking for?
My boy, Morrissey.
Not seeing him. What
That's
is
weird.
going on with him?
Dylan DeMello's there. Maybe he's hurt.
Yep. It is a radial nerve. Sorry, the pop-ups in the way. Radial
Harsh.
nerve compression, 3 to 4 months, so he's missing the Olympics. I know it means putting a leaf on, but I think we're taking Morgan Riley after this. He had an 80-point season last year.
He's in Winnipeg now, though. That's why.
Dougie Hamilton not having a great year. He's still 4 stars. I think I remember seeing him, New Jersey, talking about potentially trade. Yeah, he's on the trading block. So I don't know
Yeah.
there.
You should probably take Devon Taves. Devon Taves. Shabbat could come.
Looking for defensive defenseman, Pareko.
That's why Taves makes tons of sense.
Yeah, I'm just again see if there's anybody else. Sanheim, but he's not as good as Taves, I don't think. Yeah, I agree with you. Take Taves.
Sandheim got on that team. Wasn't he on the Four Nations?
Yeah. So Chabot, Dursey.
You Dowdy.
How far down is he? Oh yeah. Well, 2.5 stars now, and he's not having a good year. And he was bad last year.
I mean, he was hurt last year.
Yeah, Kuczynski could take our own guy.
Well, then take Parenko, a slightly more defensive guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Harley played well too. Don't get me wrong. How many defensemen is that now?
That's 6, and we've got 5 players to add, and we still need a third line. So three more forward, or 4 more forwards and 1 more defenseman, I think.
Pick the last defenseman.
Jersey, I think maybe Noah Dobson. Kind of a good all-around guy. Yeah. Okay, remaining forwards. Do we add checkers here, or?
You know what? Instead of display by stars, put them up by points here. So we can look at by points.
It's not going to show the points, so it's because we're in a.
Show their NHL stats. I thought, yeah.
Like that, okay. Okay, so I think Hyman's got to go. Thought I'd had him actually. Old man Stamkos is having an okay year. Strome
Speed.
I think Strome, because he can play left wing. Marchessault 35. I don't know.
I mean, if you want, you could take Nick Suzuki for a small guy, late guy. Or Sam Bennett as he continues to crank it up. And oh, that's why they moved Macklin Celebrini. They got Nick Suzuki in San Jose.
I think I'm gonna add Point. I think what we got one more left. One more.
Did you bring our guy?
What do you mean, our guy?
The leading goal scorer in the league?
Yeah, he was the first guy I put on the team.
Sorry, I again was having a coughing spell.
Barzal. I want to connect. I could take DeBrusque.
Take Bennett. Just do it. He's had a decent year. 42 points in 61 games.
Over
There's
these
your
other
defensive.
guys, though, I think I'd...
And then take Nick Suzuki.
No, we're going to go with Stamkos.
No, that's a terrible pick. Don't take Stamkos.
Nope, taking the veteran. Going with Stamkos. You got no
You're gonna
loyalty.
lose the gold medal just because you did that.
Okay, I'm going to... set up the lines, but let's go into the tactics first and set these up. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's nice having an all-star team. Pretty much everybody's strong. Oh, actually, a few of these don't work that well with some of these guys.
Okay, I went back to look at this trade
Which trade?
of how Macklin Celebrini got to
Oh, yeah.
the Predators, and they traded him straight up for a first-round pick, which the first-round pick became Michael Misa. So
Oh, that's pretty even. Okay,
yeah.
and the other tactics look okay.
So they got the third overall pick.
Okay, so first line for Haig, McDavid and Reinhardt. Bedard, McKinnon, Marner on the second. Crosby, Point, Jarvis in the third. Strome, Scheifele, and Hyman on the third. I think maybe swap Crosby and Verhaeg. Crosby and McDavid are together.
Yeah. No, Crosby and McKinnon should be together. I'd move Bedard up with McDavid.
Can Bedard even... Oh, yeah, he can't play that thing. Actually, no, I'm going to leave Verhaeg there and put Bedard on the third line with Point and Jarvis. D looks reasonable. Oh, we should have taken... Whoops, I screwed that up. I should have taken another defenseman instead of that last forward.
Can't you untake someone?
can. And is there a defenseman we wanted? Maybe Nurse? Or Jersey? Actually, no.
Jersey.
Okay, Jersey. Okay, defensive pairs look. Actually, I'm going to put Taves with Bouchard on. Yeah, Taves with Bouchard and Riley with Jersey. Riley with Parayko and Dobson with Jersey is the fourth pair. And in this case, I will actually bump the lower line minutes up a bit. Okay, I think we're set. Game 1 against Switzerland, and it... 4-3 overtime win. That's a little too close. And we have to come back to do it. 1-0 to open. And Dobson was not good. Neither was Parayko. Nobody really standing out as particularly bad on the forwards. Just a lot of mediocrity. Marner had a great game. Didn't get a lot of points, but 96 game score. And real life update, we're going to double overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, good way to start the series. And Teravainen playing for Finland. They blow out Italy 11-2. Italy is the host country. That's why they're in this. And now we got France. Start the backup. Looks like Hill is going to be the starter. I'm going to give Skinner this game. That's nice. We should have checked that, but both goalies very hot. And should be an easy win against France. Yeah, 4-1. You'd expect us to be winning bigger. Not a whole lot of NHLers on that team. And again, nobody really standing out. This team needs to wake up.
Cardinals fan Colin Edmonton wins it.
Yeah, I hope so.
No, Edmonton won it, he's saying. It's over.
What?
Draisaitl scored. Draisaitl scored.
Oh, yeah.
Your information was wrong.
What the... Oh, yeah, I'm watching the play-by-play on the NHL thing, and it counts. It switches the order. So I was looking at the start of the period instead of the end. 30 seconds left. Yeah, Draisaitl wins it. Okay, nice going Oilers. They won game 1 last year? Don't think so.
was 3-1. They tied it up 3-3 and then won. I can't tell you who won game one.
No, Panthers won game one last year. One game. Yeah, I remember because they went up 3-0. The Oilers nearly came back.
Yeah.
Okay, and Kurashev playing for Switzerland. So we got another guy as well as besides the Teravainen and the Canadians. Finland also winning again. And any upsets here yet? Doesn't really look like it. And final game of the game, the round robin against the Czech Republic. Ooh, 3-1 loss. Adam's team you picked is terrible.
I did not pick this team.
Oh, Pareko, really bad game. And some defensive breakdowns elsewhere, too. Oh, McDavid did not play well. So we're actually going to finish behind the Czechs in the round robin.
I told you to go younger. I just want to point that out.
No. The veteran leadership is going to pay off. Watch.
You didn't even start the right goalie, did you?
No, I started Hill. That's the default one, but I think we should go back to Skinner.
I told you to go with Bennington to start, and you didn't listen to me, so...
Okay. So we got to play Denmark in the first round, and Finland gets the bye. Oh, Switzerland actually passed the Czechs because they lost to us in overtime, and they beat the other two games. So I mean, what? Canada lose to Denmark? That couldn't happen, right? And he doesn't get that. That's what happened in the World Championships this year. Okay, starting Bennington against Denmark. 3-2 win. Denmark was actually up 2-0. We came back and got 3 in a row in the second, and then just sort of held on. Outshot him 28-13 at least. Scheifele a bad game. Everybody else was pretty much okay. I haven't heard. What are tickets going for in Edmonton? Must be pretty crazy.
I don't... Honestly, no. I don't think it was terrible.
Okay, what else is happening here? Slovakia over Germany in one of the first round. They'll play the Americans. Czechs beating Italy. Play Sweden. Latvia over France. So Switzerland, actually, where this is setting up not too badly for us, because if we can get by the Finns, we've got a relatively weak game coming. That may open a road to the finals, but we got to get by Finland first. What's Finland? Saros in goal. The D is a little suspect. Nodding to a few non-NHLers there, and after Heiskanen, it gets pretty thin. Forwards are good. But, okay, back to Bennington in goal. I think I want to... Three-one win. And Pareko bounced back from his previous bad games and gets first star.
Nice.
And we went up 3-0 and just hung on from there. Good. And game scores are look pretty good. Bennington played well. And up next we should get a team we can beat. And I guess in Ottawa making a trade while the Olympics are on. Kolasar for a third rounder. What do we got here? The Americans run over Slovakia 7-1, and Sweden shuts out Czechs 4-0. So Sweden and US in one semifinal, and the Swiss beat Latvia 6-3 in the other one. So we get Switzerland again. Beat them in overtime in the first round robin game. And I did notice one thing weird. Oops. Oh, I got a couple of minor injuries, nothing too bad. But the bottom line, for some reason, has all the roles set to screener. Strom, Scheifele, and Hyman. Oh, no, they don't. It's just showing up that way. Okay, you think any changes against Switzerland? Wherever Hagen point. Gonna swap Bedard onto the first line for Verhaeg. And Scheifele up for point. Actually, Verhaeg all the way down to the fourth. The injured guys can go on the fourth line. And stick with Bennington in goal. 4-1 win. And it pays off having Bedard on the first line. He's got 2 points and is the first star.
Oh, wait. Who said you should do that at the beginning? Remind me.
Yeah, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
I feel like someone told you to start Binnington in net and put Bedard on the first line.
That was the guy that was mocking my choice of the veterans, who seemed to be coming through just fine, thank you. So we get either the Americans or the Swedes in the final. What were you going to say?
Other adjustments. I said after you made the other adjustments that I told you to. I want to point out I didn't even tell you to put Scheifele in higher in the lineup.
Well, I just did that because Point was hurt. And still maybe for the final game. Okay, so yep, it's me and the Americans. Sweden and Switzerland play for the bronze. What does Team USA look like? Pretty scary. Hellebuck and Edinger in goal. Quinn Hughes, Fox, defenses. The weak link in there. Pretty great there, and the forwards are just crazy. And old man Patrick Kane's hanging on. Playing part-time in Calgary. But they brought him back for the tournament. Okay, so point is still way down, so Scheifele goes up. And Verhaeg is recovered. Oh no, he hasn't. 80%. Basically the same lineup that we used against Switzerland. And Bennington in goal. Final against the Americans. And we lose 4-2. That's clearly your fault, Adam.
You over-adjusted.
Oh, that's all Jack Hughes. We're up 2-1 in the first period, then he gets a natural hat trick in the second. Last two are assisted by his brother. Are all of the Hughes brothers on this? Not just Jack and Quinn. So yeah, basically Jack Hughes wins the gold medal for the Americans. And Bennington 4 goals against on 23 shots. Whose idea was it to start him?
Not my fault. You didn't take the defenseman I told you to take.
Well, it's a silver medal.
You've created a national inquiry.
Yeah, we'll be a little dramatic. And who gets the bronze? Oh, didn't realize how late it was. So we are not going to quite get to the trade deadline. So there we go. I got an achievement.
Finishing in second?
Yeah. Quinn Hughes is the Winter Olympics MVP. Beats his brother, apparently.
Oh, so this is actually why you did it? You just wanted that silver medal achievement?
I don't think I've got the gold medal achievement either.
Sure. Better check the stats on this.
Just scouting report. Looks like Timo Meyer had a good tournament for Switzerland. And a few guys. Let's see. Sklenicka for the Czechs playing in the Swiss League. Did okay. Ferrari. And a 37-year-old Danish guy, one-star Danish guy, apparently had a good tournament. But yeah, silver medal game was Sweden 5-3, so USA gold, Canada silver, Sweden bronze. And I'm just going to play this game against Nashville. Oh, gotta read the lines. Fortunately, none of our guys were injured in the tournament. I think that's pretty much how we had. No, Elena was the second line center spot, but other than that. Okay, get this one in against Nashville. And 4-2 loss to Nashville. And Bedard, after playing wing in the Olympics, is back to center. Okay, I'm just going to play up to the Seattle game. So we started a little bit late, had some technical problems. But yeah, as of the Olympic break, we are way out in front of the league. I think 9 points on Ottawa, looks like. Oh no, Colorado, 7. Also in our own division. Bedard had 50 goals by the Olympic break. Pretty good.
Yep.
And a few waiver moves. Canucks lose Shilos to. Oh no, it looks like he was somewhere else. But he went up in Calgary.
Interesting.
Okay, and I think the last game of this stream gives Soderblom a start against Seattle. And we went 2-1 in overtime. So I think we can wrap it up there, Adam. So we solidify our lead on first place.
All right, with that, then, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with stream archives going live Saturdays at about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. We're on Bluesky as @Franchise Hockey, as well as on Threads and Instagram, and anywhere else you can probably find us. Of course, you can come down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums. We can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything there. Congratulations to the Oilers on winning Game 1. So by this time next week, we may know how that series has ended if it goes quickly.
No, Game 4 is on like Thursday.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that schedule is
really
weird. I'm pretty sure.
Out. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 games between now and then.
Oh, okay. So, well, definitely will be going still at that point. So, looking forward to watching that. Looks like it's going to be.
Pull this up.
What was that?
Yeah. Game 2 is Friday. Game 3 is Monday. Game 4 is Thursday.
They're skipping the entire weekend?
Friday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday.
Because why would you want
Friday.
TV ratings? Yeah, I was going to say there's a late development report, and we've got a bunch of guys headed down. But mostly ones who were already on the way out, although Terravine and Dickinson are too. Prospects all going up. McDavid signs an extension with Edmonton. Looks like he gets about $12 million a year. Nicoletti headed out of St. Louis to Philadelphia. And seeing trades as we get up close to the deadline. But I'm going to leave you to deal with that. That is...
Thank you so much.
Wait, when is the deadline? Deadline is the 6th, so you got 5 days once we start this up again. Or probably 4 days, because I think I'll advance it one before I send it back to you. And there, I got rid of the click for you. Okay, everybody, so thanks for coming out, and we will see you back here next Wednesday.